What's up, everyone? It's Frank Sriracha here with Game 2 in the best of 3 between David and Argross. David is our blue Vanguard player in the lower left, and Argross is our red Celestial player in the upper right-ish areas. Casting along with me today is Lumberpile.
That's me.
And Zuchi.
Hello.
Alright, so we're going to be on Isle of Dread, so I'm kind of anticipating more of a macro game just because of the longer rush distance. It's not uncommon, though, for David to wait to build anything until he can, like, expand first. And I think we're just going to be seeing stock standard openers from these two. Oh, activate Sovereign's Watch.
Dog is gonna block that, and then, yeah. So just to absorb some damage to prevent the maximum
That
might
was
stop it from killing a creep, basically.
perfect
Because you absorb damage.
You got the cabbage like perfectly in time too. You would have. He was
almost
about to
lost
die.
that dog.
Yeah.
Almost died for his hubris, but
You can't kill a slash Shadow Massive. And if I'm correct, the Shadow Massives
I'd
are
like
once
to
again
see-
bugged.
yeah, they do a ton of damage to air. I'd
Oh,
almost like to
jeez.
see the dog run in there and try to steal that mastiff, but
Yeah, he was doing like
he's-
18 damage.
He
75
could
to
kill his last
57. What is
Mastiff?
that? Yeah, I've lost them, of course, to demons.
I going to Massive, so it'll attack the Arc ship with that bonus damage.
Thankfully, celestial
not.
structures at least regenerate over time, so Arc ship should be just fine.
And we are seeing.
Do they all regenerate over time, or is it just they only regenerate if they're on Cascade Field?
Well, they have to be in
I believe
Cascade Field.
Right, they have to be built in Cascade. But,
Yeah. All buildings generate a small Cascade Field. It's just that nodes and power banks generate much bigger ones.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. But it's a very small radius, so
It
have to build them
functionally just
almost
like
right next
covers
to each other.
itself.
yeah, it covers itself, and like directly next to it, you can build another building. But
Oh,
the
gotcha.
power banks and link nodes generate much bigger ones. Funny thing about link
Link
nodes,
is
though,
very big.
once you upgrade, their radius goes back down to the smaller one.
yeah. So the blast node doesn't have the same radius
Yep.
as the link node. It's very interesting. That's why
That's
they're called
interesting.
link.
That's like it's an interesting way to balance out the Brood War creep sunken colony, or like what is it? The creep colony versus the sunken colony. Where it's like, okay, well now your sunken colony can't spread creep, but it can attack. I like that. I do like that trade-off.
Another interesting trade-off is that unlike other, like the Shroud Stone, for example, the link nodes, their turrets, they only detect if they're surged. So
Yeah.
if we see more stealth play in the future, Celestials are going to have to be a little bit more on their game with that.
100%. I learned that the hard way. Had a player go Mass Graven against me a Celestial, and I realized just how weak Celestial detection is. You have to use scanners pretty much, and using their tag ability to gain lasting detection. But outside of that, only surged nodes can detect other units. So the Gravens, if they just focus those down, have to try to make sure that they micro to surge another turret. But they're fast enough.
You know,
They'll
I
just do a lot
hope
of
I
damage
hope a
before you
lot
do
of people
anything.
pay attention to that, because like I think a lot of Vanguard players don't understand just how powerful a couple of Gravens can be to assassinate
so
an
useful.
Arc Fortress. Like, imagine doing a tech reset on a Celestial player with just a couple of Gravens, because people forgot that like cloaking is a thing.
Wait, can the ability be used on the Arc Fortress even though it's flying?
I would assume
think
so.
Their detonation ability?
I don't actually know. I know you can use arrays, and I think targeting an array will cause the secondary ability of infiltrate, where if you target a headquarters of any type, it will disable the top bar. Yeah,
Oh,
and I think targeting array does that. I could be wrong though.
because it only takes 2 of them to blow up an array entirely.
Yeah, they are so effective versus Celestial.
They're very effective in mirror as well.
By the way, that's like being able to disable an opponent's top bar is insane.
Yep.
Yikes. Pretty cute here, just blowing away these trees so the Saber can also join in on the party. Useful health anyway, but
I forget what
Yep.
game it was that I saw earlier where like people were using flying units to kind of contest like these 4 camps, and it was really
it's
cool
incredibly
watching like
effective.
how scrappy it got. Like the air war became completely separate from the ground war. It was
Yeah, Isle of Dread causes that a lot.
yeah.
Air units are just so mobile on this map. taking this Therium camp, or Luminite camp. Although, with these Sabers massing fast enough, he might be able to hold off any type of hog pressure that David tries. His bases are very, very split apart, but with those new trees being placed in the new Isle of Dread, if the hogs go in the first base, they're not going to be able to get out without going back out that main gate.
Yeah.
And right now,
break though. There's a Hornet here, but plenty of Argents to shoot up. And it has to fly back home to the hangar bay. It just gets out of time. There's a nice repair bunker there, so that will reduce the repair time.
Placement.
Yep. Very nice. Watching over the bobs, watching over the hangar. Very nice.
This is a very solid base. He has very, very few units compared to Argos's little army here. But
if those Argents are out of energy, then 3 Hornets might just be enough to cause some trouble here. We can also pick off reinforcements. There's a Saber caught off on the right, but we're targeting the Sabers. We have a shield going down.
Super nice. And a lot of these...
Switch target.
Yeah, you've got to focus fire.
There's a lot of low health Argents that are going down here.
Oh, yeah, and they're
we're
down
much
to
out of energy.
little water balloon attacks.
We can't get up here anymore.
Yeah, and they're they're focusing down.
We gotta go back.
They're trying to I think that might be it for this entire army. Yeah, Mass Hornet is gonna.
The Sabers can't do anything.
Yeah. All right, we see a couple
All you can do is pick off a few more Argents, and you're good to chase this down all the way.
Yeah.
David showing just how effective Hornets can be against Argents because you just shield
Go!
up one Hornet.
Chase! Chase!
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh, he's going back to hangar.
He wants to repair, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
You took out all the enemies that shoot up. A bit of indecision, a bit of lack of that killer instinct.
Oh, man.
Early game Sabers are so vulnerable on a map this big because they only have a 5-second speed boost versus the 15, and he could have probably taken out all of those.
And he watched the speed boost happen, right? Like,
yeah.
It ended like while he was. Yeah, they're gone, dude.
Well, he's still got these Hornets, but
we can get across here. We can
take
his Luminite tower. We can poke in, see if we can take out some power banks. You know, that scythe isn't going to stop these Hornets. I don't think there's enough Argents to stop these Hornets. But let's see how much damage we can actually get done at the double Luminite side. We're over the trees, poking in, taking out a lot of trees, but there's the Sovereign's Watch. Get him out.
Yeah, Hornet's so good at just not even caring about Sovereign's Watch. They can just run right out of there or fly back to hangar.
Nice.
And now he's this is exactly what you want to do with Hornets too, because now he's in the red. Yep. All of his production is slowed down. By a massive amount compared to green.
Going from green to yellow is bad enough, but yellow to red is brutality. It's completely crippling.
Having Hornets are just so effective against any type of cell play because, yeah, this is how it goes a lot of times for me anyway. The Hornets come in, you use the Sovereign's Watch, you're down into red energy, and now you're much slower producing any counter to those new Hornets.
And this link node is not a strike node. It's not anything. Unfortunately, I don't think this Sovereign's Watch is going to be ignored. They're just going to plow right through it. And get that Hornet out. It's all just fine.
Oh, man. That was 12 bobs of production right there he just lost.
Yeah, and I think he's going to lose all these sites, too, because this is not enough anti-air. Yeah, the Argent came in, but not quite at the same time. And
now...
Like you say with these trees, look at that.
Yep,
the Argents are stuck now, but not the Hornets.
Oh. This is why they're
and
so
we're right back onto the sites. Or the Sabers, rather. Hopefully, these Sabers can actually go down this time. We let them go.
Sabers just annihilating that chicken, all 4 of them at once.
Oh my goodness. We left all these Sabers at low health, but it's fine.
Should have punished them more, but yeah, he'll bring the Hornets back.
I think he could have kept migrating around the trees. I think he could have kept going.
We could have easily. I mean, we got the health shrine here. Well, now it's gone, but
I know Vanguard have a lot of trouble versus Celestial, but if you get enough Hornets out, there's just no way for them to deal with them.
Energy did come back on those Argents, but now we're out, and now it should be another smooth cleanup.
Now the
Just not enough supply here.
And there's the
GG.
So that'll be it for Game 2 of David versus Argross at Discovery Cup.